Hey everybody, so it's been 2 days since Huawei introduced its crazy foldable phone and people are still buzzing about it in Barcelona. Can't really blame them. I got to play with the phone a little bit, got to touch it, fold it, and it is pretty damn legit. It is like the future. But at that same launch event 2 days ago, Huawei actually introduced other products, including this. This is the Huawei MateBook X Pro 2019, and yes, it is an update to Huawei's laptop from last year. You might have read about Huawei's laptop last year because it got really good reviews. I think The Verge called it the best laptop you can buy, and also I loved it a lot too. In fact, when Richard Yu, which is Huawei's consumer boss, announced this laptop at the launch event, he showed my writing on the display behind him too, because I love the laptop so much too. So anyway, looking at the outside of this laptop, you're not going to be able to tell a difference between this and last year's model. The only change comes in the logo, which is very subtle. Otherwise, everything, it's almost exactly the same. You have this same 14-inch display that spans almost edge to edge, almost bezel-less. You have this one-touch power button / fingerprint scanner that allows you to press the button once and it'll boot up all the way to the home screen without needing you to authenticate your identity once more. You have this really excellent keyboard that's wide with spacious keys. I have a lot of travel, and this keyboard is much better to type on than the butterfly keyboard found on Apple's MacBook Pro. The trackpad is above average. I think the MacBook Pro's trackpad is a little better, but this is still really good. And then you also have these stereo speakers here that are among the best sound in the industry, the Dolby Atmos surround sound speakers. And then finally, you have this pop-up video camera. Now, not everyone loved the positioning of this video camera last year, and they're still gonna not like it this year because video just shoots up at you, below your chin, up your nose when you're recording a video. Check out the sample here. Yeah, so this is the footage shot with the Huawei MateBook X Pro's oddly placed pop-up camera. So you notice I'm looking down right now at the camera. If I look at the screen, you see how it just shoots up my nose and my chin. So if I get a little bit more fat, you're gonna start seeing my double chin, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, not the greatest video quality, but you know, it doesn't bother me because I don't make video calls that much. Overall, this is a very well-built device. Can't say the design's original because this is obviously inspired by the MacBook Pro, but you know, everything's very well built. The hinge is sturdy. The laptop's very thin. At the max thickness here, it tapers down to 4.6 millimeter, and I think there's an 8.6 millimeter right here on the thickest part. And overall weighs 1.33 kg. That's 2.9 pounds for Americans. So it's just a very premium, well-constructed laptop. And because the bezels around the displays are so thin, that allows the MateBook X Pro to have a smaller form factor than other laptops with similar screen size. So this is a 14-inch screen, but the size of this laptop is almost the exact same as Apple's 13-inch MacBook Pro because that laptop has bigger bezels. This is a stunning panel, 3K resolution at 3:2 aspect ratio. Colors are very vibrant, viewing angles are excellent, and max brightness is 450 nits, so which is bright enough for outdoor use if you're in a cloudy city like London or China. If you're in sunny Barcelona, 450 still struggles a bit if you're using it like broad daylight with the sun shining right on it, but still, it's good enough really. So yeah, overall, just looking at the outside of the laptop, it's an incremental update over last year, but Huawei's improved the internals a lot. So obviously the PC got the usual spec bump that you'd expect from an annual upgrade. The Whiskey Lake Intel processor in there has been bumped up to the mid-2018 version. So right here I have the i7 processor. It's an 8565U unit. There's also a base model of the MateBook X Pro with an i5 processor. Now, more importantly, the GPU has been upgraded to NVIDIA's MX250. That's NVIDIA's newest graphics card. It should be good enough to handle light to moderate gaming at 1080p resolution. So another strong point of the laptop, connectivity. So you have a headphone jack and you have two USB-C ports, one of which is now a Thunderbolt 3 port. That means you can output 4K footage to an external monitor and just transfer data at high speeds. You also charge the laptop via USB-C, which is great. And now around here, you have a USB-A port. This is much needed because a lot of PC accessories right now still use USB-A. So when I'm using my MacBook Pro, I often need to use a dongle. With this laptop, I probably don't need a dongle. So in terms of battery life, Huawei says you should be able to get 13 hours of use if you're watching videos or movies. and 12 hours of basic office productivity use. I've only had the laptop for 2 days, so I haven't pushed the battery life that much, but I'm seeing good results. And to be honest, I'm just going to trust Huawei on this because they have proven to be battery kings. So in terms of software, the MateBook X Pro runs Windows 10 Pro. It's a mostly clean version of the software, but Huawei's added some of its own features, and they're all very useful. So the biggest addition this year is Huawei OneHop, which allows you to transfer data, either photos, PDFs, or Word documents, between your Huawei smartphone and the MateBook X Pro immediately. All you have to do is tap the Huawei smartphone on this part of the laptop, and then the image or Word doc will send over to the laptop right away. You can also send data from the laptop back to the phone, vice versa. OneHop also allows you to immediately grab a screen recording of what's on your laptop screen by shaking your Huawei phone and then tapping that phone onto a laptop. So once you do that, it will immediately record a screen in real time of your laptop, and it will continue for up to 60 seconds. So should be pretty useful. So another software feature I really like is this is a touchscreen. I forgot to mention this, and Huawei has implemented a 3-finger swipe down gesture to grab screenshots. So it's very useful. All you do is swipe down with 3 fingers, and after that, you can just do this to grab a portion of your screen, and then check it out. It will also recognize the text that's inside a screenshot and convert them into a Word file so you can copy and paste them easily. Now finally, pricing. The Huawei MateBook X Pro starts at 1699 euros. That's about 1,800 US dollars. That's for the base model, the i5 model. If you want this i7 model I have, it's 2,000 euros, which is about 2,200 US dollars. Now, these prices may sound expensive to my viewers who are used to me reviewing budget Chinese phones, but in the laptop space, they're actually pretty reasonable. The prices of the MateBook X Pro is actually much cheaper than what Apple expects you to pay for a MacBook Pro, and they're on par with what Microsoft or Dell are charging. So that's about it for now for the Huawei MateBook X Pro. I'll have more videos coming up in the next few days, so if you're interested, please subscribe to my channel. I also have a website now too, nicksgadgetup.com, so if you like reading articles, please check it out. Thanks for watching.